I look at my friend and sigh. You lost. It's finally my turn to give you a dare, my friend, who's also my colleague, said with a smile. We've been betting a lot during our job just to make our day a little more interesting. We work in a cafe that's part of a luxurious hotel. Until now, I had managed to win each time and gave her silly dares, but I guess it's my turn now. Please be easy on me, Lily, I said, knowing she would get back at me after all the dares she had to go through. Don't worry, I have the perfect dare for you. You're gonna love this, she said with a big smile. That smile told me I wasn't going to love it. You know, you're making me nervous. Okay, listen, remember what you called our rich hot boss yesterday when we were gossiping about him? She said as she poured us some coffee. I frowned. I don't know, I called him so many things. Arrogant, selfish, controlling, self-obsessed. She shook her head. No. I mean, when you said, instead of being my rich hot boss, he can be my rich hot daddy, I felt that one on a different level, you know. I laughed. Well, yeah, we call him daddy all the time as a joke. Doesn't mean he doesn't suck though. Anyways, get to the point. She took a sip of her coffee and then looked at me. I dare you to go up to him and call him daddy in his face, not to me, but to him. I froze and looked at her for a moment, and then I started laughing. Yeah, right, girl. She still looked at me with the same expression, and I stopped laughing. You're not serious, right? She smiled and nodded her head. I am. This is payback. And anyways, you have the biggest crush on him, so I don't see a problem. Lily, I'm not gonna do this. The problem is that he's gonna fire me right away. We both know how cruel Mr. John is, and it's way too embarrassing. She smirked at me. He's cruel, but he's also a play. You might even get him in bed, you know. I rolled my eyes and looked away. Rich men like him are the worst type of people I've met. I avoid to even say a simple hello to him. I don't even dare to look him in his eyes. It's time for you to break your little bubble and show the world what kind of a baddie you are. By calling my boss daddy, how will that make me a baddie? I'll just make a fool out of myself and I'll lose my job. Don't worry, if he fires you, I'll tell him it was my dare and take all the blame. Anyways, it's almost 2 p.m, so that means he's gonna be here soon for a weekly checkup. I look away and feel the anxiety rush inside my body. I cannot refuse to do it. It wouldn't be fair. She had done every dare I gave her too, and those weren't easy as well. But the difference is, Lily isn't scared of anything. She's so confident and dares to say anything to anyone and knows how to deal with any kind of situation. I sometimes envy her. I wish I would be more like her. Alright, I will do it. Girl, you got this. I couldn't stop looking at the door. He could be here any moment and I was feeling so nervous. I can do it. If I want to be like Lily, I have to get out of my comfort zone. I freeze and look at Mr. John as he enters the cafe. His visual never fails to shock me. How can someone look so perfect and be messed up at the same time? If only his personality matched his looks. Good evening, boss, I said and bowed to him. He gave me a quick glance and continued walking. That was the most he'd give me. He has never really noticed me.
but he does notice Lily all the time. She often makes conversations with him. She just knows what to say and doesn't get shy around him. Morning, boss. Here for the weekly checkup? He looked at her and nodded. He took out his papers as he looked around, scanning the cafe. Don't worry, whenever Ryan is here, everything looks perfect, she said as she pulled me in. I felt even more awkward now that she mentioned me out of nowhere. He took a quick glance at me again and didn't say anything. Do you want anything to drink, boss? I cannot say it, not now. He said as he put his laptop on the table and sat down. I poured some coffee in a cup and noticed that my hands were shivering. You should do it now, she whispered close to my ear. So how's the revenue this month, boss? He said as he looked at her. He had a grin on his face. Oh God, why was I feeling so jealous? There was a silence, and I decided to do it when I'll hand him the coffee. He suddenly sat and looked up from his screen. Yes, boss, I said quickly as I looked back at him. Oh, I forgot. Oh, we were actually on a break just now, Lily says as I kept silent from all the anxiety I felt. He raised his eyebrow. I'm sorry, boss, I said as I bowed and quickly put my hair in a ponytail. Lily gave me a tap and pointed towards the coffee. Oh, I almost forgot. I grabbed it and walked towards him. I stand in front of him, my hands shaking as I slowly put down the coffee. I have to say it now. Just say it. Here's your coffee. That. The cup suddenly slips out of my hand and spills all over his papers. No way. I gasp loudly and hold my hand in front of my mouth, looking at him, too afraid for his reaction. Oh God, why? Why am I such a fool? He looked up, his eyes showed anger and disappointment. I'm so sorry, boss, I said and went to grab a towel. Lily came up to me and whispered, "Stop apologizing, girl. He's not a president or anything. Just treat him like any other human. Don't let someone like him treat you like this." I take a deep sigh. I totally messed up. I can't do this, I whispered back. Yes, you can, and once you completely embarrass yourself in front of him, you will realize he's a nobody. You just put him on a pedestal for no reason and let him F up your emotions for no reason. She throws the towel in my hand and pushes me towards Jungkook. I walk up to him and stand in front of him again. I start to clean the table and get a bit closer to him. I take the towel to his thigh and start to sweep. I'm so close to him and I can smell his sweet scent. He got silent. I'm so sorry for making you wet, Daddy. Silence. He lowered his face and looked at me. I looked into his eyes. Daddy, I said it with no hesitation. Our faces were very, very close to each other. He repeated, "Yes, Daddy," I repeated. My hand was still sweeping his lap as we looked at each other. He placed his hand on top of mine. Yes. He suddenly says with a straight voice, "What?" I snap out of it and realize what just happened. He was just playing with me to make fun of me. How could I be so stupid? I felt anger, disgust. My shift is done, so clean it yourself. Goodbye, I say as I throw the towel on the table and walk away. I will never show my face here again. Not when he's here. Lily was right. I did realize that I put a trashy man like him on a pedestal for no reason. I had worked here for already a year and I let him control my emotions every day. A man who didn't even know my name until today, who couldn't even greet me back and look at me for longer than a second. From now on, I will be a Betty, just like you said, Lily.